The Italian Wine Podcast is the community-driven platform for Italian wine geeks around the world. Support the show by donating at ItalianWinepodcast.com. Donate €5 or more and we'll send you a copy of our latest book, My Italian Grape Geek Journal, absolutely free. To get your free copy of My Italian Grape Geek Journal, click support us at ItalianWinepodcast.com or wherever you get your pods. Grazie mille.
Welcome to another episode of On the Road Edition, hosted by Stevie Kim. Each week, she travels to incredible wine destinations, interviewing some of the Italian wine scene's most interesting personalities, talking about wines, the foods, as well as the incredible travel destinations.
Okay, I'm live. I hope Jeff can join very soon. My name's Stevie Kim, and this is the Instalive, Livin The Dolce Vita. We usually have Jeff joining us. I hope he can join us. Where are you, Jeff? I don't see him. I see his mom, Betsy, but I don't see Jeff. As you know, this is where we get to ask Jeff Porter. He's just moved to Torino. He's almost Italian. And we just want to check up on him once a week and to see what he's up to, how he's adapting to the local environment. And I don't see Jeff yet. Okay, here we go. I'm going to invite him now. So we did our first episode last week. I just want to give a shout out also to Marco Parusso. He just sent me this lovely jumper. You're in Torino, right? You're inside today.
Yes, it's cold outside.
How are you? Can you hear me okay?
See, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you now. Look, you see what it says here?
Oh, nice. Busia.
Yeah, Busia. So Marco Parusso, I don't know if you know him.
I do.
He was, I met him on a plane. He sat right next to me. Of course, I hate when that happens. Don't you hate that when happens? Like a producer sits right next to you?
I don't think that's ever happened to me before.
Oh my God, it happens to me all the time. And you're like, please, no, because you don't want to be rude. But, on a plane, I just want to do my thing, kind of thing. And, of course, I met him and such a nice guy. So I went to see him and we were talking. I put him on social media because he didn't believe in social media. And I'm not talking about like 30 years ago. I'm talking about like maybe just before the pandemic. And when I went to see him, he had this very nice jumper and I was like, give me one. He's like, no, I don't have your size. So it's taken him about 5 years to make me one, but
nice.
I finally have it.
Got one.
Yeah, I finally got one. So there you go.
Does it just say on the tag size Stevie Kim?
Yeah, I think so. It has like
it's bespoke.
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
So I said I would wear it on the show today. How are you, Jeff?
I'm well.
Week 2, settimana, seconda settimana.
Actually, it's the third week, or week 2 of this, but the third week of living here.
Listen, it's so funny. Did you see that your mom wrote to you?
I did.
She said, let me read what she said.
Right.
Yes, ask him if mom can plan to spend about 3 weeks in the family. So that is a request directly coming from your mom. No, she said kidding, of course. Yeah, 3 weeks is kind of a, Betsy, I don't know. I think, 3 weeks is a really, really long time. So,
I mean, Benjamin Franklin said after 3 days, fish smell bad. Not that my mom's a fish. We're planning a week with my mom. We're just trying to find the right time where she can spend some time with her granddaughter, which is what she cares about.
Right. Well, also I think she adores you. So she's already invited me to your house. I hope you know that.
Oh, perfect. I highly recommend taking up my mom on staying at her house. She's a good cook and she has a pretty good wine selection. Yeah,
I'm looking forward to that next time I'm in Dallas. What have you been up to? Kind of the same routine?
I got
Italian
super
lessons?
Bad food poisoning over the weekend. So on Sunday, Sunday and Monday, I was out. It was an ugly scene. So that's what I did those 2 days.
Have you identified the food?
The most likely culprit is some oysters, but it also could have been some like not perfectly washed mosh. That's the only other thing I was thinking. I had like oysters in a salad. So, I mean, most likely it's an oyster, but I'm fine now. It's good. And then, the daily routine is I wake up, try to get a workout in, get my daughter ready for school, take her to the bus, and then my wife and I hustle to Italian class. We spend 3 hours there.
And how's that going? What did you learn today? What are some of the phrases you learned this week?
we were learning about the IRC verbs.
Give me an example.
So like when instead of saying like io lavo la bimba mani, I washed the baby girl's hands, right? It was io mi lavo mani. I wash my own hands.
Mi lavo le mani, Jeff.
Yeah,
mi lavo le mani.
Yeah, which is important. I mean, that's how you.
It is very important to wash your hands. I completely agree.
And we've learned we there's a lot of role play in the class today.
Right.
I was Louisa in our play at school today, going in and out of the cafe or the cafeteria, ordering coffee and organizing time. We just did like time. We've done ire, are, ere, verbs, irregular verbs. Now this irse thing. The conjugation game is a rough one. How did you before you moved to Italy? I have so many questions for you.
Yeah. Okay. Shoot.
So I guess number one, why did you move to Italy? Because you were born and raised in New York, right?
No, I was born actually in Korea.
You were born in Korea.
And I grew up stateside. But, as you know, you're American. In America, you get 2 weeks of holidays, right? Mostly when you're at the entry-level position. And when I started my first real job, I worked for, you won't believe this, but Price Waterhouse.
Mm-hmm.
So, and I had 2 weeks of holidays, and I said the year after, I was like, that's it. I'm taking a year off, So I took a sabbatical, actually. I was planning to go back because I wanted to go sailing for 2 months in Greece with some professional sailors, actually. So they recruited me as a crew, and I stopped in Italy because I had some friends in Verona. That's how it started.
Wow.
Yeah, crazy, right? And then
Did you meet your husband on that first fateful trip, or was that
No,
later?
no, he's not. He doesn't sail. No, I came back, and then it was very, very tough sailing for 2 months. I nearly died twice, so it was.
Were you crewing for a big yacht with guests?
No,
on
not
it,
big
or?
yacht. It was 2 racing sailboats. So there were a couple, and they were both captains, and so it was more like a race, between them, and it was terrible. Because they were so fanatical about sailing. We didn't really do anything on land.
You just saw the Aegean. That's it.
Yeah, and it was actually kind of awful. I have to be honest. It was so intense. Athletically really challenging but exciting, but it was just not fun.
Do you still sail?
No, that was it.
I grew up sailing. I love sailing.
I was after those 2 months, I was like, that's it, I'm done. That was my career in sailing. Then I came back and I had stayed with a friend of mine, and then I met a woman who had a language school. It's not very original. So this woman asked me to teach a doctor. I do have one husband, he's a medical doctor, and he was doing his first speech at Cambridge and Oxford. He needed kind of an intensive course. So that's how I met him, and then, kind of rest is history.
Wow. And so after your trip to Greece, did you go back to New York?
No, I took a year sabbatical. Right. So I stayed in Italy.
Oh,
right?
Okay.
And then I was planning to go back. I was planning to go back to law school, actually. But then I met the husband, and, then I did my MBA actually in Milan. So I decided
Bocconi?
Bocconi. Because at the time, there was only Bocconi. I'm kind of old. So that's what I did. And that's it. And it was easier for me to have moved here rather than him moving to stateside because, then he would have had to start all over again.
Right. Wow. That's so cool.
Oh, there's Federico Bricolo. He's the president. Say hello. Hi, ciao, Federico.
Ciao, Federico.
It's with the goods and the bads, right? So with any place like New York, there's goods and the bads, right? They always ask you, Federico said ciao, ciao. So, it's like when I'm in Verona, I miss New York. And you'll get to that because now you're so enthralled with being in Italy, right? Everything is just fantastic. Then you get to a point where everything is fucking annoying because everything is so bureaucratic. And at the time when I came, the supermarkets were not open during lunchtime and in the evening, nor the weekends. So what do you think about that? So everything was completely frustrating. You go to the post office and you have to like wait in hours and hours. And then they say, it's the wrong queue, shit like that. It would just, it would just drive me nuts. So I had that moment where it's like, I hate everything, right? And then you get to, I think, a certain point and you take the good and the bad. Often when I'm in Italy, I feel like I'm more American, if you will. But once I go back to America, I'm like, no, I'm more European. And I think it'll be exciting for you to go through the life cycles of that, whole being adapted to the Italian community. So I'm excited for you. It's good fun, but you have to, as you are, so you have to embrace it. Don't fight it. That's one suggestion sure. I have for you.
I think, I was going to ask you, and for those that are watching, please ask any questions, or if you live in Italy and you're an expat, or you're also someone who's born and raised in Italy, and you have some thoughts or ideas, we want to hear about that too. But my biggest pet peeve, and this is even long before I came here, is there's a preponderance of line cutting. Really chaps my hide. No. I hate with a passion people who cut lines anywhere in the world. There's a special place in hell for line cutters.
Oh, honey, you're in the wrong country.
I know.
Number one, the problem of the line cutting is you have to identify the line.
100%. But once a line is...
Because when it's very horizontal, you
don't even have to have the gumption to move forward.
Yeah, you don't even know where it starts and where it ends, right? Because... Typically, let's talk about where you're queued up. Taxi queues. You haven't a clue. Haven't a clue. There are 3, 4, 5 different, stations. So where do you go? And then they fight, right? Then the fighting starts, right? So it's a mess. But you are in the wrong country, honey.
For lines, I know. It's a challenge for me. My daughter has an issue with it too, which is pretty funny.
Have you gone to the post office or?
We've been. It's interesting. The post office, we went to put on our paperwork to get the promessa di soggiorno, to get the appointment for the questura, which for those that are if you're interested in this process to get the visa, there's all these different steps. And to get this appointment at the questura, which is the place where you get your residency card, you have to go to the post office, but a special post office that's only open at a specific time. And you have to make sure the right person is there. And you have to get a stamp at a tabacceria, not at the post office. And you turn in this paperwork and they give you this receipt and you have a meeting 3 months later. They had put out the stanchions with the things and everybody was queued up. And this was in Alba and it was very
right.
I liked it. I was very German. And then at the grocery store yesterday, we were at the grocery store in that lunch rush time. There's this nice grocery store inside the Torino train station that sells some to-go food. That's pretty good that we're picking up after class. The line was really long. And all these people you could see probing, can I fit in the line here? You could see it. And people were like, no. So I was proud of my fellow line.
Yeah, I don't have a lot of experience in Piemonte, Maybe they tend to be a little bit more... I mean, of course, this is all a very gross generalization, right? It's a sweeping generalization of the entire population, inhabitants of Piemonte. But I don't really have that much experience in Piemonte, I have to be honest.
Well, you got to come visit Torino. We can have some fun here. It's a beautiful city. It reminds me a lot in some ways of just, how pretty Verona is, right? And in Verona, you've got those really beautiful walkways with the marble and all the pretty shops. And Torino has a few of those really just beautiful gallerias and gorgeous villas that are just all Baroque and 17th century out, and it's really stunning. Even if the weather's been kind of crap recently, the sun just came out, but in the fog, it's pretty. It's a special place.
Coming back to America, Vinitaly International Academy, the ultimate Italian wine qualification will be held in New York City from 4 to 6 March 2024. Have you got what it takes to become the next Italian wine ambassador? Find out at vinitaly.com.
Now, I have a few more questions for you. So if you were to say these are the 3 phrases everybody who's living in Italian has to know, what are your 3 top phrases.
Oh, wow. I would say, which I use all the time, is porta pazienza.
Porta pazienza.
Yeah, which means just be patient.
Porta.
Or if there are more people, you say portate pazienza. Then anything that comes after, they're kinder.
Porta pazienza.
You say just, porta pazienza.
Have
But,
patience.
pero, I'm like, then you make it, you can say like, I'm Jeff, and
Right.
I don't speak Italian very well. Can you help me? Instead of just saying, can you help me?
Yeah.
If you kind of like have them lower their guards, right?
Oh, I like that.
Porta pazienza or portate pazienza. That's one thing that I use. I think it's quite useful. What else? I don't know. I mean, of course, you already know how to ask where the bathroom is, right?
Ciao, Audrey.
Yeah. And then the other thing is, of course, Wi-Fi, So like I first ask, is there Wi-Fi? So esiste Wi-Fi?
Esiste Wi-Fi.
Yeah, so like
I
that,
like that.
you have to ask if it exists because you take it for granted, right? That there is. So like for me, Wi-Fi is very, very important, right? Because otherwise we can't connect and you can't work and you can't do anything. I'm not really allergic to anything. So like I would say like if you are you allergic to anything? Or like, your daughter or anything, that's what I would be.
No, none of us, yeah.
Yeah, so like that's something that I would be, and something that it's now it's quite common, but when you go to restaurants, in the past, you could not do the doggy bag, right?
Yeah, porta via.
Yeah, so posso portarlo via, right? So like, can I take this with me? Then they'll say yes, and they will bring like your tray, and then you have to kind of do it yourself, kind. But in the past, that was completely like a faux pas.
They're like,
yeah, I went to eat like bollito with, like the typical dish from Verona is this like bollito misto. Right? Do you know? It's a boiled meat.
I love bollito misto.
with pera. It's like gravy, but have you ever had that?
Yeah, I've had it in Verona before.
Yeah. So it's like pera, which is the breadcrumbs baked kind of gravy. But usually they give you so much meat, right? So like I took my siblings out. There was so much left over. And they give you a lot of things that I personally don't eat, like tongue and, the whole thing, right? So
that's like my favorite part, tongue and salsa verde.
Oh, really? Yeah, I gotta
love-
take you out when you're here next
when I
time.
come to Verona.
Yeah, this is like a typical, Veronese dish. So for the very first time, I asked, this restaurant that hadn't been in a while, if we can take it, away for the dogs. I mean, literally for the dogs. Right? Because I have dogs. I mean, they're tiny, but they love this.
They still like meat.
Yeah, they love it. Right? So so those are three things that I think kind of come in handy.
So Camilo asked, "Che cosa ci consiglia?" So where do you recommend? And Camilo, is that recommending for bollito misto or where I got my haircut?
So if it's like for bollito misto, of course, in the city, there's like Locanda, Castelvecchio, which is easy. I don't know if you've been. It's a little on more the glam side. But the kind of the famous one is called Ciccarelli, and it's a bit outside of Verona, right? It's kind of in bumfuck, if you will. But that's kind of like where everybody used to go. So that's where I took my siblings.
Oh, Camilo was giving a good phrase for me to learn. Che cosa ti consiglia?
Che cosa ci consiglia?
Yeah, what do you recommend?
Yeah, that's good. I find it useful in restaurants. Yeah. Cosa ci consiglia? Or you can say like, qual è il piatto di firma o di casa? Like your signature dish or your house recommendation.
Che quale tu preferisci?
No, that doesn't make sense at all.
No, it doesn't make sense. Okay.
It's like, what do you prefer? Right?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, Jeff. No,
No?
yeah, no,
You
sorry.
wouldn't say what do you prefer?
No,
Okay.
no. You would just say, what would you recommend? Which is what Camille
Che
said.
cosa ci consiglia?
Listen, I think
Perfetto.
I think it's almost time to close up. But listen, how do you want to go forward with our Insta Live? Should we talk about like at least one thing, like maybe something wine related, food related,
Yeah, I
or
think
travel
so.
related?
I think both. I had one more question kind of about that.
Okay.
You and your experience. So like, I know you're super busy now. I see you're all over Italy all the time. But when you want to take a day trip from Verona,
Yeah.
like where do you go for you? Not for a wine thing. Like where do you go to like I guess in 3 seasons. So in winter, where do you go? Summer, spring, fall. What are your favorite kind of day trips away from Verona?
I love the day trips. Of course, Venice, right?
Yes.
It's easy. It's 1 hour away. It's an hour away from here on the train. So it's very, very easy. And how can you get tired of going to Venice, right? Just walk around,
Never.
eat something, do some, small food, have a wine. Just, that's a really good day trip to just do nothing. The other day trip, but you need a car, is to Mantova. I've just been, I love Mantova. It's small, and especially now they have the tortellini di zucca, which is where it's from originally. With a little bit of amaretto. I love that. I just did that with my siblings. So those are 2 places that I go. And then, of course, I'm in Verona, so I go to Valpolicella, just if you go even just 10 minutes away, and then you can just go for a walk in the middle of the vineyards. And it's just, Verona is really lovely because of that, if you want to just go for the nature walk.
I mean, it's such a beautiful city, and then you have all those hills around. It's just, I really love.
I don't know if you've been to Bertani in Valpolicella, near the villa, which it's confusing because, as you know, Bertani sold to the Angelini Pharmaceuticals. So the Bertani domain belongs to the Angelini. But the villa, the family bought back, Mosconi Bertani, which is called Villa Santa Maria in Pieve. And they're right next to each other. So it's very confusing. But when you go there, you can walk starting from the villa, which is the Villa Moscone Bertani, but then go through the Bertani estates, which belongs to the Angelini, and you can go all the way to the top and come back down. And that's literally 10 minutes away from Verona. So that's a really nice walk.
Amazing.
If you want to, and it's beautiful, absolutely gorgeous. So that's something that I would do.
Yeah, we are gonna, next week I've got some new vintage tastings to do. And so next week I'll be in the Longue tasting at the Consorzio, they've organized all the new vintage for me to taste for the magazine. Hey, Anthony. We got Anthony Giglio.
Yeah, it's kind of early for Anthony, but yeah.
And then the family and I are popping off to Rome the following weekend because there's a 3-day weekend at school. So it'll be our first trip on the Feccia Rossa together.
Where are you going?
To Rome, to Roma.
I'll be in Rome, but this Sunday, because Monday we're going to see the Pope.
Oh, nice! You got an audience with the Pope?
Yeah,
nice.
With a bunch of producers. Actually, I think they're about 50.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
Say hi to Frank for me.
I'm actually agnostic, so I wasn't even sure, but I think
the Pope. It's pretty cool.
Yeah, but I thought, Federico, who was on before, he's trying to I guess convert me. He's he's going to touch you and. Magic will happen. I was like, okay, we'll see about that. But anyway, so yeah, pretty excited.
Good luck.
Yeah, so we'll be there Monday. So I'm gonna go down. The protocol is really restrictive. You have to be there.
Imagine,
yeah, so I'm going to try to go there a little bit early and.
Wait, that's this Sunday, January.
Monday.
Oh, Monday, January.
Oh yeah, 2nd, Audrey's just a casual visit to see the Pope.
Yeah,
well, it's my first time, Audrey, believe it or not. So,
first time. Most people only get one time with the Pope.
Oh, okay.
Most people get never. You think about it.
Yeah, so we have, it's a bunch of producers, actually. I think there are about 50 producers.
That's amazing. He's the vicar of Christ. That's awesome.
Are you religious? Are you spiritual?
Yeah, I'm spiritual. I was raised in the church, but I don't go to church anymore.
Yeah.
Not Catholic, but it's just I love historical and political figures, and I really like this Pope personally.
Yes, I don't even know what the protocol is taking, obviously no selfies, but you know what I'm saying? I don't even know.
I don't know. I kind of think you could get, I bet you could do it. He seems super down.
Yeah, I think he's actually not terribly well. So,
is this a joke? Pope's favorite wine? I'm really curious.
Oh, Pope's, that's Bev. Hi, Beverly. I don't know. I think Vinitaly has donated some wine. So it's kind of.
I imagine their wine cellar is pretty good.
Yeah. So you guys just, I know a lot of you guys follow me so you'll see something.
That's amazing.
Yeah. So yeah, but
have fun.
Yeah, getting back to us. So I think what we're going to do is okay. So Beverly has this question, and we will definitely ask what the Pope's favorite wine is. If you have any other questions for the Pope or Jeffrey or myself, then I'm going to post this on Insta, and then just on the comment section, just come back with us with some questions for next week. Okay, selfie with the Pope. Yeah, Richard's
I think.
I'm not sure I can do that. Yeah, I'm going to ask him to hold No, because there'll be so many of us, right? It's going to be I think very quick. Yeah,
he's got to touch you according to your friends. So
yeah, I'm pretty. I mean, I've never done it, so it's pretty exciting, and it's also a great occasion for us to connect with other producers. It's a social occasion. We're not working, so I'm pretty excited about that. So until next Friday, next Thursday. Sorry, Thursday.
That's Thursday.
1:30, join us, me and Jeff, to shoot the shit about Italian lifestyle, Italian living, and sometimes we'll have some wine.
You know what? I need to get more wine in my house.
Yes, so we can also think about drinking wine together. Tell us what you guys would like for us to do. Advance happy birthday, Jeff. When is your birthday?
It's on Sunday.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. Completely missed that. I got so excited about the Pope. Okay. All right.
It's only it's not like a super important birthday, but
yeah,
it's a birthday.
Okay. All right, Jeff.
All right.
Ciao ragazzo.
Baci.
Ok.
Arrivederci.
Alla prossima settimana.
Sì.
Ok. Ciao, Jeff.
Thank you for joining us on another installment of On the Road Edition, hosted by Stevie Kim. Join her again next week for more interesting content in the Italian wine scene. You can also find us at ItalianWinePodcast.com or wherever you get your pods. You can also check out our YouTube channel, Mama Jumbo Shrimp, to watch these interviews and the footage captured of each location. Chin chin!